Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. This is a quote by Maya Angelou. I believe the most important single thing beyond discipline and creativity is daring to dare. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 17, NASDAQ up 14, S&P's up 3, gold contract up $7.50, trading at $1,310 an ounce. Silver up 7 cents at $19.62 an ounce. Platinum up 11 at $1,449 an ounce. Copper flat at $3.07 a pound. Light sweet crude down 31 cents at $99.45 a barrel. Bonds, you have the 10-year off 2 ticks at 124.19. 30-year off 14 ticks at 135.24. King dollar down 18 ticks at 79.59. You get the euro up 5 at 138, and the yen flat at 102.15. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, we are at 1884.21. The high out there that was generated on the 4th of April is 1897.28, and that baby wants to get tested. What we did out here today, folks, is that we got into the downdraft from the 28th of April. The 28th of April is where we went from 1877 down to 1850, and then we closed at 1869. We had volume that day of 821 million. We had dramatically lighter volume today. So what you did today, you got down to a price point of 1866. You rejected that lower level. You closed at 1884, which is over the high of that downdraft, and we did that on 592 million. That says this test, bottom line, that high wants to get tested. We go to the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow Industrials. Same type of setup in the Dow Industrials. What we have with the Dow. Dow today gets down to a price point of 16,377. You got into that bar. That bar, the top of that bar was 16,500. The bottom was 16,312. You closed over the bar. Dow Industrials is going to go for that 16,631. NASDAQ Composite. Now, the Composite, folks, is still the dead dog. But what the Composite also did is that the Composite had light volume, got into the April 28th price point, and closed above it. We went on the open down to 4086 today. We closed at 4138. We did volume of 1.5 billion versus 2.3. Now, what that sets up for the Composite wants to go test the 24th, which is 4177. If we go back to the SPY and just look at the SPY for a second so you can see what that correlation is, the SPY today did 70 million shares. You had a low of 186.62. That was going into the 28th. The 28th, we did 135 million. You got into the high, got into the bar, closed above it, 187.69. That sets up that wants to get tested, which is the 189.70. You look at the 3 Qs, same type of setup in the NDX 100. NDX 100 today, well, the Qs rather, went down to 86.76. The bar from the 28th had 58 million shares. We did 27. The top of that bar is 87.11. We got down to 86.76. You had 27 million versus 58 million. That's setting up that it wants to go into the 88.21 area. Small caps. We take a look at the small caps. Now, the NASDAQ Composite is the weak dog all across the board. Small caps, weak also. Number 2, though, inside the context of it. What has happened with the small caps is this. The small caps cannot get out of the initial bar of the lows of April 15th. It just crawled out of it by about 10 cents. We're at 111.89. The high of that is 111.72. Small caps are struggling. I suspect the small caps won't be able to get up into this 115.02. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Gold contract. Let's go over and take a look at gold. What we had with gold is this. Gold last week had tested the low that had been established out here on the 24th. We had come into that level. That low was 1268. We got to 1270, 72. Rejected that, had lighter volume, went topside. What you have with this contract right now, this contract is building cause to get into this 1330-31 area. We go take a look at the bonds. Bonds have gone topside big time last week. The 10-year bond right now, we're at 124.18. That 10-year is pushing into its swing highs and pushing into that baby. Well, Friday was dramatic. You talk about pushing in with volume. It was pushing in with monster volume. Friday we did 2.4 million contracts, which is just pretty amazing. We didn't make the high today. This is what's so weird. It's like, okay, yeah, the high on Friday was the 124.29 area. We got to 124.28 today. Light volume, by the way. Bottom line, though, the weeklies now are pushing on that swing point. I can expect to get a large ABC structure up in the 10-year. The 30-year has already done it. The 30-year, we're at 135.29. You talk about wide price spread, accelerated volume. Now that had already busted the B point, but we came in with 586,000 contracts on Friday. We haven't done that type of numbers in a long time. King Dollar. Let's go take a look at King Dollar now. What King Dollar had done is this. King Dollar last Thursday had tested the lows, did it with lighter volume, rejected lower price. Friday goes topside to 79.91 and couldn't hold volume, couldn't hold price. So we did 23,000 contracts. We got to a price point of 79.91. What do we do today? You back down, and you back down with 8,000 contracts. This is building cause for dramatically higher price, folks. So watch this when you break this down. Your swing point on this dollar index in the futures, right, is 79.37. We had 42,000 contracts at that low. We go topside with 25,000 contracts. We go topside with 40,000. You pull back. In the beginning of April, we pulled back with 22,000. So 22,000 was going into the 42. But check this out. This is where this is getting really dramatic. Then we tested the lows with 7,300 on Friday. We go topside again with 23,000. We test them again today with 8,000 rather. That wants to go topside. That is pushing swing lows. As you can see, there's just no sellers right underneath here. So it's going to be interesting watching this whole thing shake out, because when you take a look at the S&P number one, the S&P wants to basically test that high. It's been just staying up at those levels, wants to test it. Bonds are already in an ABC structure on the way up. The 30, the 10-year looks like it wants to do it, and the dollar wants to go up, and gold wants to go up. Okay, that's telling me that, guess what? This test that we're looking for in the S&P, that's what the market's waiting for. If we go over to the NYA for a second, let's just see where that baby's doing. So the NYA, which is the New York Stock Exchange composite, and this would be all the stocks that trade, including the bond funds inside the NYSE. What we have with that is that we're at 10,630, and that high, we're right next to it. It's 10,669. Yeah, so 39 points away. Let's go to our man Rick in British Columbia. Hey, Rick, what's going on?
What's that? It's a King Dollar at lower levels. What's going to be called when it starts to rally?
I like it.
I like Kudlow, too. I know Kudlow got it from you. He talks about King Dollar all the time. It kind of screws me up when he says it, because he uses it about just as much as you do. It's kind of hilarious.
I know. I remember being on his program using it. That's funny. Yeah. Hey, you stay right there. We'll come right back. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We had the Dow finish up 17, NASDAQ up 14, S&P's up 1.5. We're going to be right back, folks.